Really can't stay. Baby, it's cold. Killian back in action, baby. Happy New Year, my friend. Yes, yes. Yes, a New Year. Yeah, it's usually a quiet time of the year, so I've been just kind of bumming around. Do a little work on the basement where I can. Gonna enjoy myself tonight, though. Happy New Year. Oh, excuse me. I love you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone is doing well. It's a New Year's Eve rockin' party we got here. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. Looking for the spy calls here. Looking for the spy calls. Low liquidity, yeah, it's usually, man, that's why it's usually a quiet week or two right here. All love doing well. Let's go, spy calls. Let's go, baby. I actually doubled down like a freaking animal. Like an animal. And I am up 12%. I am a genius. I am a genius. Yeah, it was funny though, because I was sitting here, what was it, like Christmas Eve or something. I got up, I was ready to go to my sister's, and freaking Silva just kept raging. I really did not believe Silva would keep going the way it did now, at this time of the year. Yeah, I might go all in on spy calls, honestly. I might just push it all to the center. I can't believe, man, we were talking about Silva, bro. The whole time in here. The whole time in here I was talking about Silva. And it hits 83. Insane. Merry New Year. I just hope everyone's doing well. We had a pretty damn good year, man. We had a pretty damn good year. And I know people might get upset because they didn't buy every winner I mentioned, but, I mean, Coke did phenomenally well. We had Nokia have a good year. We had BlackBerry with good news finally get back, into action. MBot from the time the ball dropped has been great. What was it? Halfway through the year, Hydrograph started taking off like crazy. I mean, Rolls-Royce has been steady. We had so many great calls. And again, things like HII, Dollar General, right? Unfortunately, no one really owned them but still phenomenal calls. And I would like to go back. I mean, I don't think I have to, because at this point I feel like I'm rubbing it in. But remember, you guys can go back on the channel. You could look at the Trump prediction video that I put out January of this year. Right after the ball dropped, I waited, I did my Trump video, and I am pretty sure that every single thing I said in that video came to fruition. Minus, I would say probably minus mentioning a specific backup tech player like SMCI, right? SMCI was one that we were all very pumped about. We saw the jump up in revenue coming in, the demand, and it's just kind of been sitting stagnant. However, practically everything else I spoke about worked out and came to fruition. I did mention silver as a hedge. We were talking about, again, I was talking about domestic, right? Metals, minerals, materials. We got the good news, of course, about Intel, but more importantly, we got the good news about LAC, right? So the lithium is going to be on the move now. And, you know, unfortunately, as we say, you got to deal with the short-term volatility for the long-term growth. And we kind of knew that going in with LAC, right? When LAC initially had the split, North American segment and, Argentinian segment, we knew that the North American, the actual mining, we knew it was going to take a while. So everyone understands the timeline, but again, it doesn't really matter if something like LAC goes from 8 to 4, back to 6. That doesn't matter, in my opinion. What matters, again, is the value that has been cemented into the situation. $2 billion in change from, Department of Energy. Trump speaking very highly about domestic lithium, and of course uranium as well, right? We had stocks like UEC. I mean, again, I'm pretty sure practically everything I said in that Trump video came to fruition and came true, and would have made you money, minus SMCI. Again, I'll go back and check out the video, but pretty sure Tom Fitz doesn't even say hello. Look, comes in here New Year's Eve. Look, you see what I mean, bro? Can't stand them. Tommy boy, can't stand them. I'm in here talking about how awesome I am and talking about LAC, and you want to bring up something out of left field. All right. Oh yeah, hi, how you doing? Yeah, Happy New Year. You selfish bastard. SPY calls up 25%. SPY calls 25%. Wow, I went to buy more shares of HGraph too. It's not filling. It's not filling. SPY call. Shades in the chat. Dubs in the chat. You're looking at LAC now. Yeah, see, with all due respect, see, you joined us, right? I'm El Capitan. Okay? I mean, again, you know, I love the whole stock community, and I appreciate how passionate and how excited everyone is, but like I said, these people are freaking crazy, bro. I don't know who you people think you are. Come strolling into my stream talking about your stock. I'm the man. You understand? I am the man. And I have thousands of people who could attest to that. And I literally just spoke about a Trump video that, hands down, definitely outperformed the other hobbyist Trump videos that they put out on election night without knowing their ass from their elbow. That's why I already proven over the years consistently now. We're approaching 4 straight years of consistent winners. I have proven time and time again I can do it with under-the-radar stocks that people don't even know exist. The other people have to come in here. They have to pollute streams and pollute these websites, get their symbols trending, and manipulate other people to help make them money. I always said, if Reddit shut down tomorrow, if the internet shut down tomorrow, I can go outside on a frickin' bark of a tree and frickin' sketch out a graph and still pick winners if I had to. Yeah, I'm sure you think it's great. Why don't you disclose how many shares you own before you tell us how great it is? How about that? People make me laugh, man. Like I said, everyone tries to reinvent the wheel. Everyone thinks they're so slick and so smart. Oh, it's such a shame. Oh, you own 100 shares? Oh, no wonder it's awesome, right? No wonder it's awesome. You notice when people own stocks, they're awesome. You ever realize that? And that's great, brother. Again, hopefully it works out for you. I wish you nothing but the best of luck, but again, you come waltzing in here, you don't even say hello. And right away, it's about your lithium stock that you own when I'm already cemented in graphene with LAC. That's what I mean. People try to interject. I ain't looking at shit. How about that? Look at you. You're not even one of my members. Look at you. You ever see Wolf of Wall Street? It's $3, you cheap fuck. He walks into the investor center. And the guy's like, come on, buy 10 shares. That's $3, you cheap fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, that movie's great. Yeah, Peter, I saw you back there lurking in the shadows. You Batman son of a bitch. Dude, I don't care. This is what I mean. Like I said, people come in late. Spy calls, you're welcome. People come in late. They talk about their symbols. They disregard my symbols. Then I'm supposed to go back and, because they're like fucking King Tut or whoever they think they are. And they're like, oh, stop what you're doing right now and re-explain to me why you like LAC. Right? As if I'm on this Piker's schedule, right? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I swear. Like I said, I'm done with a lot of yous, honestly. And I know I may sound like a, conceited, arrogant, abrasive prick. But again, at the end of the day, no one's doing what I'm doing. And I've been doing it very well. And I've been doing it consistently for almost 4 straight years. So, again, with all due respect, Tom, you don't make the rules. You understand? You don't make the rules. Again, you're not even a member, right? So, you came in, you didn't even say hello. You started talking about your stock. That's what I mean. You're like bottom of the totem pole right now, right? So you're going to have to step your way back up. The tumbleweed. Happy New Year. See, you're arguing with me about a stock I already know about. Meanwhile, you could have just bought SPY calls and made yourself 30%. Band on the run. Band on the run. Wow, I wanted to buy. It's not filling. I've been watching since the SMCI crash. Oh. So then you should be doing phenomenal. Aside from SMCI, right? You should be doing phenomenally well. A lot of hostility for a holiday. Oh, no, yeah, for sure. For sure. I'm definitely going to get an herbal refreshment going. I just hate when people do that. You know what I'm saying? I just hate when people do that. Like, you just come strolling in talking about your shit. Like, no one cares, bro. No one cares. Are we gambling on SPY calls again? First of all, I don't gamble, right? We trade and we invest. When I want to gamble, I go on DraftKings, like I'm going to do later tonight, and try to play some random NHL lineup, even though I've never watched hockey before in my life. So, we are definitely, in my opinion, I like SPY calls. We're up on them already. And again, I'm not being hostile, bro. This is the difference, bro. This is the difference. A lot of people are spineless. And again, the difference, I don't care what anyone says, right? I have the proof on record, permanent record. Series 7, Series 63 licensed financial advisor. I've been through the ringer. I used to cold call like an animal. I used to make 700 calls a day. Cold slam people, taking them down to the mat. My first partner had a massive drug problem, didn't teach me anything, and I still accumulated over $1 million in assets under management. All day, by myself, one man, one phone. Then, he left. He just left. Oh, I'm going to start my own thing. You want to come? No. All right. So, boom, now I got to start from zero again. And still got back to multiple millions under management. I was the last one in. I joined that firm to be a broker, started cold calling. There was at least a dozen other guys who were already in there, who already had their books. I was the last one in. I was the first one licensed. This is why, again, you know, like I bitch. Sometimes I have these bipolar freaking rants, and you guys can judge me all you freaking want. But at the end of the day, no one knows what I know. They definitely don't have the diversification, the knowledge that I bring to the table. I can do more than just stocks. They can't, right? They got lucky with a couple of trades and they decided to start a YouTube community, right? These people are hobbyists. They are not brokers. They are not advisors. They're not even CFAs or CPAs. I'm always 100% real. I'm 100% honest with you guys. Dude, Tom, you're missing the point. It doesn't matter what you think. This is what I mean. I'm not here to make friends. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. Go freaking grab a Coke and a smile. I don't know. Why did you leave? I was doing it for a number of years. And honestly, it was on me. Because I didn't know much about the broker side of the business. And the situation my family was in, I probably should have, even though it would have been a big piker move, I probably should have, you know, after whatever, 2-3 years, because I was there for like 5 years. So after 2-3 years, I probably should have went to, you know, Morgan Stanley or even JP Morgan Chase and been like, hey, you know, you guys give me a little job. Maybe I could be a broker for you. Because that's the easiest way to do it. Because usually the firm already has clients, right? So you'll go in, they'll send you to, their FA training or whatever the hell, and then they'll just give you clients. So right off the bat, you have clients who have assets under management, right? You didn't have to lift a finger, and you're able to make commission. And usually with the FAs, it's high 5, low 6 figures, plus perks and potential commission bonuses. And yeah, the problem was it was just taking too long, and I was putting in too many hours and stressing too much and caring too much and just not receiving the benefits. A lot of people were hesitant to open accounts over the phone. A lot of people didn't like my style. You can tell right now, I'm not even a broker, right? You are people who are freely coming into this stream, and I'm already dealing with a pain in the ass, right? I didn't call this guy up. I didn't solicit him his business. This is what I mean. This is the beautiful breaking point that Derek Scarano has realized. I am 110% liberated. Not only was I the best at what I did years ago, but I'm still the best at what I do. And the phenomenal difference is I am no longer a broker. So if you don't like me, my analysis, my stock, the timbre of my voice, what I said to you, guess what? Go fuck yourself. That's the beautiful difference. I no longer give a shit about you. And it's unbelievably liberating. And it has actually led me to become a better analyst. It's true. Exactly. Well said. Well said. Sometimes you just gotta say, what the fuck? But it's true. I would try to sell myself, and I would try to convince these people, like, yo, you don't understand. This is a freaking winner. Like, this is the type of stock I look for. I'm different. Some people, and again, I mean, listen, I don't blame them, right? Because usually you start off the call with, a little bit of a bullshit lie, Like, oh, Bob, you spoke to my associate, you remember? No. Oh, well, that's okay. Let me tell you what's going on. And listen, like, I understand, that's just the way it is, that's the way of the game, and it's fine, but, people think it's very easy. And, if you randomly called up, some farmer out in Arkansas who never heard of you, right? Already might be a little taken back, because you're a fast-talking New Yorker, right? And then even if you sell them on the stock, people forget. You have to convince this person to give all of their personal information to you over the phone after speaking to them for what? 20, 30 minutes and making them feel comfortable? A lot of people forget about that too. If people were just able to say, all right, kid, I'll give you a shot, buy me 1,000 shares. If that counted as an account, I would have been retired within 12 months. Okay? Convincing people to give you their legal address, send a copy of their driver's license for the Patriot Act. What's your annual income? What's your net worth? Oh, I need your date of birth, Mr. Smith. I need your social security number, Mr. Smith. Soon as you hit that point, everyone hesitates. That's the only reason why I didn't make a lot of money. It all comes down to a trust factor, and I'll be honest, I'm definitely a much better analyst than a salesman, which is why I always say, if you want to know, what to do, what to buy, what's going to go up, then I probably have an 80, 90% chance to make you money. If you want me to sell you on the idea, again, like I said, I crossed that bridge. I don't give a shit. I don't even want to. Even if you ask me to, I don't want to. Bought more SMCI because I believe in you. Ha ha, my man. Tom, I don't care what you're doing. Why not just have him open the account, then give you credentials? Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that. Think about it, right? If you go to fidelity.com right now, you can't buy anything without giving your credentials. And that's what I mean. Again, and it's no fault to you, the average person, because the average person doesn't know how it works. But that's why people would make me laugh. Like, if you think without the credentials, just having some guy say, all right, I'll buy 200 shares. Do you have any idea how many clients I would have if I was able to do that? Or what about like in Boiler Room? Remember the movie Boiler Room? And the guy's like, oh, all right, I'll give you a shot. And then he's like, all right, I'm transferring you to my secretary. She's going to take all the information. Call me when the stock doubles. Can't do that shit. No, it doesn't work like that, stock. Doesn't work like that. Wanted you to look at it to get your opinion. All right, fine, Tom. I'll look at it soon. But again, people, you all got to change your way about how you go about throwing symbols at me. Again, as I'm in the middle of an anecdote talking about how awesome LAC is, you throw out your symbol that you own 100 shares of. You know what I'm saying? That's selfish. You're selfish. Neo Quant, my man. Happy New Year, brother. Happy New Year. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good year this year. In my opinion, I think 2026 is going to be even a better year for us because a lot of our long-term growers have been percolating, and we didn't even get big good news yet. So I actually have a feeling that 2026 is going to be a very good year for this community. But shout out to Neo. He always takes care of me when he's around, when he has time to join the stream. I appreciate that. Hope all is well. Gotta be a little selfish. No, you don't. No, you don't, all right? With your piker ass with 100 shares at $1.30 or whatever you said, all right? That's not being selfish. Yeah, that's beyond selfish now. You're being a piker. Last time I called someone a piker, they were a thin-skinned European, got upset, flipped out, and left the Discord. But I told you the story before, right? What's the best part about that person flipping out on me and leaving the Discord? The best part is I don't give a shit. That's the best part. And you'll notice the way those people try to talk to me because they're used to talking to hobbyists, right? The hobbyist will take a step back. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. I'm just running a community. Please don't tell anyone I'm a bad guy, right? Right? That's the difference. That's the difference. I've proven already I'm smarter than the average bear. And if you listen to me, you're probably going to make money more often than if you listen to the people to the left and the right of me. So, again, if you get upset I call you a piker, you don't like that I'm not looking at your symbol right away, I could care less. I'll sit here for 6 hours, I'll stream, I'll talk to myself about stocks. You think I care? I'm loco, baby. I'm loco. We all bought SPY calls, right? Oh man, I love when I have these days, bro. I really do. Cause I'm definitely mentally unstable, bro. Like you come in to this stream, you think you're talking about stocks, you think we're hanging out talking about the new year, and what is this guy talking about? This guy is flipping out having a mental breakdown. But why is he having a mental breakdown? Why, right? We have to ask the question, why? And I know the answer. First of all, Tom's a piker. Second of all, SPY calls up roughly 90%. And it's me and Killian versus the world. Right? We got no one else involved. I don't know. It must be me. It must be me. I'm going crazy. Right? They'll miss the trade. But then when the trade doesn't work out, though, they want an explanation, right, Killian? Oh, what happened here? Why didn't you tell me to take the loss? Oh, that was a bad call. And remember, I still say, of all the great calls we made, whether they're trades or investments, I wasn't involved into any of them because I don't have any money. Because I'm not charging you people like the other pikers on YouTube. So if you're sitting there saying, how come this guy doesn't have $1 million? Well, it's very simple. All I got to do is start charging each of you $200 a month. There you go. That's my money. I chose not to do that, and I chose to be a back-end player so I can prove it to you first. That's why my success is taking so long. Qubit's looking pretty good. 3 rising valleys. People are still pumped about those stocks. I don't know, man. I still think they're dangerous. I really do. I really do. The valuations are extreme. And again, even something like Rigetti, we had the CEO himself come out and say, like, yo, we're still a number of years away. I'm surprised our stock is trending and exploding, right? The insiders of the company said that themselves. Joey Bag of Donuts, how we doing? Yeah, no, for sure. If you, like I said, as you can tell, I'm not looking at the stock right now. But, yeah, like you said, trading the trend, if you see a pattern, go for it. But, yeah, in general, if we're talking like, oh, should I grab some shares for the long term? Again, I believe, yeah, Quantum a decade out. Yeah, that's what I mean. We had the guys from Rigetti and whatnot come out and say they're still a number of years away. So my biggest concern is that these quantum stocks have the big run-up, almost like all the EV and the battery stocks did during COVID, right? And then what happened? For like a year, 2 years straight, they just slowly bled and lost all of that value. So, if you see a pattern, of course, I'm sure you know what you're doing. Play the trend, right? In my opinion, in and out, though. In and out. I don't think you want to be married to any stock in that sector, really. Because the revenue's just not there yet. Yeah, 2-week trade. Yeah, okay. All right. Awesome. I wish you the best. And let us know how it works out. They're just hard to trade. Because now they've become very volatile. And they have pretty decent swings. And, all it takes is, bad timing one day, and that's it. The trade is sour. People got so excited about that But see, again, that's the difference, right? As we said, this is why the other people, they need Reddit. They need stocks like StockTwits. They need Twitter. So that something like Rigetti could go from $1 to $47 or wherever the hell it went. Right? And the first schmuck who started posting that manipulative nonsense is now up 4,000%. And what's the difference, though, on this channel? HGraph runs over 2,000%. But again, I didn't need Twitter. I didn't need StockTwits. I didn't need Reddit. All I needed was time. To be fair, LAC doesn't have revenue either. Idiot. Hey, everybody, the idiot's on. Come listen to the idiot. Shout out to our buddy George Costanza. Like I said, people come in, they want to talk about lithium stocks, but did they buy SPY calls? That's the question. Oh man, I got a couple of dollars cleared. I don't know if I should buy HGraph or MBOT. Gap up. Gap up. Hit it. Oh man. Like I said, we're all the same, right? We're all the same. I took freaking how many days off, rolled out of bed mid-afternoon. I'm sitting here ranting, raving, and still making a call that generates you over 100% return in an hour. Ah. Oh, I'm so damn good at this shit. I scam myself sometimes. I actually scam myself sometimes. Thank you, Tommy. I appreciate you, brother. Again, it's New Year's. I didn't mean to jump down your throat, brother. I just hate when people, start the conversation like that. People come in here and think I work for them. Looking for that bot. 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 Oh man, I love this shit. I say it all the time. See, that's the difference. Again, that's the difference. Again, these hobbyists, they're interested in it, right? They're amazed by it. They're enamored by the market. They're chasing the money. I mean, of course, I'm chasing the money too. But, they're chasing the trades. They're chasing... I actually love it. And perhaps that's the difference. Perhaps my passion will be the deciding factor that will will us across the finish line. Perhaps that's what it is. That's it, baby. It's all about the energy. It's all about the attitude, huh? All about the attitude. Yeah, no, like I said, I always looked at stocks different. And, you know, now that I have the community and you guys can actually, like, go back and listen to what I said and listen to the calls, like, you can tell. You can tell that it just works out. What was that movie? That was from Rounders, right? Where the professor says, wow, actually, I forgot the line now, but, you know, he says, oh, like, you know, we don't choose our paths, you know, our destiny chooses us. As soon as I found out about the market, I was just drawn to it, and just able to kind of cipher and sift through it better than the average person. I don't know. To not take advantage of me at this point is just silly. Talking about Silva. Silva's gonna go back down. Silva's gonna go back down. Oh yeah, well, the drop on $1. X. Exactly. There you go. There you go. That's what you're supposed to say. That's what you're supposed to say. Not, oh, I own this. What about this one? It's going to 50. And like I said, I spoke about so many stocks that have worked out well. I actually forgot about them. Right? So I probably have even more winners that we don't even know about. But we spoke about a lot of names on the channel, man, and that's what I mean. Spoke about something like Nokia a couple of times in the past. You know, it's a long-term play, so it exits my short-term memory. And then all of a sudden, boom, Nokia doing great, stock pops. How you doing? So that's why I know I've been streaming for like the last couple of months, but a lot of video content on the channel talking about a lot of winning positions going back the last several years. Like I said, I can't do it for you. I can't do it for you. Right? And if you want me to do it for you, then you don't deserve any of the money, if you really think about it. People always try to throw that bullshit at me. Oh, I'll open an account for 20 grand. You could trade it. I'll give you 10% of profit. No. If I'm doing the research, the analysis, and now I'm doing the trading, you deserve 10%. I don't deserve 10%. I deserve all the money. I'm doing everything. It's all about the due diligence, Tommy. What's that? Stitch Fix, right? I don't know. I don't know. Which one is that again? You take a picture, it tells you your measurements or something. Does anyone even use that? Justin, in my opinion, you're talking about long-term position. It is usually about fundamentals. Fundamentals trump technicals. If we're talking about the long term. So many Stitch Fix clones now. Ah, I see. Yeah, see, that's what's hard about a situation like that. You know, it's like it's a good idea, but as we know, apparently everyone is extremely lazy and scumbaggish. So people will just slightly tweak something and then come out with a carbon copy. So yeah, no, I wasn't aware either. I mean, Tom just said that. I don't follow a lot of these apps and stuff, but yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know anyone who used it. I mean, if you guys like use it and you know people who use it, maybe. Justin, I love you. Why don't you just tell me how much you want to make and how long you want to hold it, and I'll tell you what to do. How about that? How about we just keep it simple? In my opinion, you should buy calls on BGS. Come on, Kryptonite. Give me a sec. Oh, I'm still muted. Oh, yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, we're doing a little pause here. Looks like the dollar's going lower, in my opinion. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Oh, baby, I love you. Baby, I love you. I wanna be with you now. Oh, yeah. Outstanding. Outstanding. I think my fan is broken. Ugh. Oh, I need more coffee, man. I tell you, they don't make it like they used to. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. It's another gray, cloudy day out here. Come on, looked like the dollar was gonna drop. All of a sudden, market's dropping. What's going on? Look look at it. Do you believe in Hitler? You believe la hallelujah. Huh. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Ba-dum, 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 ding, ding, ding. I do still think the spy bounces back. In my opinion. In my opinion, Spy calls. Just throwing it out there. If you like it, you can keep it. If not, send it right back. This fan must have been made overseas. Whoa! Big gap down. Ah, this is interesting. Why would the dollar pop up there? Why would the dollar pop up there? Did I miss something? Wow. Hey, Slick Rick, what's up, brother? Happy New Year! What is going on? Freaking dollar barely moved. What happened? What happened here? Look, people tell me, oh, it's all about the RSI. Look, freaking RSI is like 7. Spike Coles, get your Spike Coles here, in my opinion. Spike Coles here, get your Spike Coles here, in my opinion. My opinion. You know, people like to dabble. All I know is, if you're not all in, are you really in? Looking for the Spike Coles here, in my opinion. Hey, Happy New Year! Happy and healthy New Year to you and yours. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone is excited for 2020. Wow, can you imagine? 2026. I remember Y2K and shit. I was like, oh man, this is crazy. Year 2000. Now we're 25 years after that already. Thank you, brother. You the man. It takes a man to know the man, and you the man. Spike Coles on the move. Get your Spike Coles here, in my opinion. Spike Coles here, in my opinion. Yeah, seeing some green. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. An old acquaintance be forgot. I actually don't know that song. Big red candle. This is fake news. This is all fake news. Going back up. Fake news. Fake news. Ah, shit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Guys, I hate to sound like an annoying YouTuber, but if you could like the stream, I'd appreciate that. What are these doing? Okay, we had Hydrograph at $1.90, Mbot 196.97. Oh, I have to sneeze. Oh. Oh, yeah, that was a good one. Here we go, spy calls. Here we go. For the record, no one has told me a story yet. Come on, Kryptonite. Let's give us a nice solid pop here. A nice pop. A nice pop on a stalk. Oh, she's a fighter. She's a fighter. Let's go. Show me potato salad. I just want to say I love you guys. It's been a really good year. I think it's been a good year. And, I'm just excited, you know. Try to stay humble, even though I'm the best at what I do. It's just a lot of fun. You guys make it fun. You guys make it fun. So I appreciate you. You're gonna wait for 3 o'clock, aren't you? You're gonna wait for 3 o'clock as I'm sitting here with my clothes going out of style. You're gonna wait. Unbelievable. Oh, yeah. She's heating up. I'm not not rich yet. This sucks. And see, that's the beautiful thing, Tom Terrific. It is all up to you, my friend. At the end of the day, it's your call. Look at that. And the dollar ended up going lower. I told you. I told you. We were right here. I said it's ready to break. And look, they popped it to drop it. Look. Look. Look, 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 look. Look at this. Look at this. We're dropping with the dollar, though. This is interesting. Oh, this is interesting. Shit. Alright, what time is it? About 2:45. Alright, you guys stay here 1 second. I'm gonna go get more coffee. I'll be right back. Okay, what's going on here? It's time for Animaniacs. Alright, dollar going lower, stocks going lower. This is fantastic. Fantastic. Wow. Lows of the day. Good old New Year's Eve. I hope everyone is planning to have a good time tonight. I hope everyone's going to be safe. Huh? Be safe, please. Be responsible. I wonder if they dropped it to pop it. Well, we're going to find out in about 5-10 minutes. Show me the way to go home. I'm tired and I wanna go to bed. Close of the day. Are you serious right about now at 3 o'clock? Chugga 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 choo choo. And we're free floating. Nasdaq down almost 150, Dow now down 220 points. And we're free falling. Damn. They're pulling a fast one, boys and girls. Right? People made a few bucks earlier, probably. They might have called it an early day. Oh, it's New Year's Eve. We're going to have a good time. Boom, they're dropping it. Right when no one's looking. They are very, very sneaky. And we're free. Free fall. And we're free. It's a good song. That is a good song, I will say. How was that? Ah, good old agriculture. No, my stream froze. My goodness. $14 people in here at one time. Wow. Oh, breaking records. Yields haven't moved. Dollar still technically staying down. I'm very surprised we're not bouncing here. Another day, another dollar. Yes, sir. Down she goes. Timber! Actually, I saw you ask that. I just don't know. I really don't know if I would, man. I mean, it did technically come down here. It it could drop a few more dollars. I mean, I don't know, man. It's hard to call. I mean, they could easily bounce it even just 1 or 2%, right? Because we've been kind of staying bouncing, so we might bounce, like, come back here before we drop back down. Yeah, I mean, again, like, I understand. I personally wouldn't have high conviction. I would just wait, honestly. See how Friday looks, see how Monday looks. Like we know, there's always trades, right? So even if you turn out to be correct, silver's down again. Yeah. Try to keep our cash on hand. Look for high conviction trades when we take them. Again, jumping in something like, like we said, SPY call, goes up, goes down. But in general, we're looking for smart moves here. Yeah, the dollar technically keeps slipping, and the market's going with it. Samsung. What, silver? Willing to pay 100? Yeah, that's why we were looking for that $100 psychological level, and then technically the breakup was like $188 an ounce or something. So I think SLV calls with time will more than likely continue to pay off, in my opinion. But if we're talking, oh, this Friday, next Monday, SLV puts, calls, I just feel like it's up in the air now. Because it did look like it wanted to hold that top trend line of that channel, right? And now it's slightly below it. And we know that the market could close at 4, and then between like 4 and 5, it can tick right back up above that trend line. Now all of a sudden it's bullish again still. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't want you to be locked in. You're better off just waiting to see what it does and then taking it from there, in my opinion. But yeah, silver, I mean, people saw the breakup into the 60s and the 70s, and people were saying 100, 120, and then I saw people 180. Yeah, yeah, no problem. Like we know, it's risky either way, but let's try to, chisel down and eliminate some of that risk when and where we can. But as we know, you gotta risk it to get the biscuit. I don't know about you, but I like biscuits. And we're free. Free falling. I wouldn't trust China as far as we can throw 'em. And we're free. Free falling. I gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah, all of a sudden we got a lot of freaking shady shit coming out regarding silver, huh? It's amazing the way this shit happens, isn't it? Isn't it amazing? Fuck 'em if you got 'em. Benny and Jet. Benny, Benny. Said you wanna be got to be said you wanna be got to be oh, excuse me. Coming down to the final stretch. It's a pretty quiet day, though, aside from that random drop. Alright, brother. Funny guy. Charge it up, man. You gotta charge that. Happy New Year, man. Have a happy and healthy one. Be safe, huh? See, that's what I mean, man. We were better off years ago, right? I'm telling you, right? We spoke about the old Nokia phones, man. I still got one in the basement. I guarantee I turn it on, that thing still has half a battery. Love you, brother. Used to charge that phone, and it'd be good for like the week. You'd like forget where your charger is. Like, oh, damn, I gotta charge this thing randomly. Oh, getting a phone call. Now they're gonna bounce it back, watch. Yeah, see that? This is Thriller. Thriller night. Ba-dum bum 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 bum. Ba-dum bum 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 bum. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, beep, beep. Yeah, 40 minutes left. It's the final countdown. Hope everybody is going to be safe and responsible tonight. Happy New Year to everyone. Just please be safe. That's all I ask. Oh my goodness, we're slipping lows of the day now. Wow. See, this is why I'm always freaking hesitant to say calls, man. It's like, I know the market's bullshit. I don't trust the market. But then they'll climb it, right? We'll be looking for a break, but then they'll keep climbing it. But then they'll break it at 354 right before the close. I don't know, man. It's like I enjoy it. And we do make some good calls. But also at the same time, I don't know. I just don't know if it's worth the risk. Only because of how fake it is. You know, might have to go back, just trade something like Verizon or something. I don't know. I don't know. Unless I'm so out of tune because we're seeing last second moves and I need to see 2026. Perhaps that is the issue. The yields have not moved at all. The dollar's been slipping with the markets. Which tells me it's not really a real move. Happy New Year's Eve. Lows of the day. On New Year's Eve, you do this, huh? Right? We were pumping and hitting highs going into Christmas when I know for a fact everyone and their brother who has $1 in their pocket is on vacation with their family, taking a week off, not looking at the portfolio, right? But somehow we were pumping on this bullshit volume going into Christmas. Now all of a sudden shit's weak, right? All of a sudden shit's weak. Telling you guys, it's all bullshit, man. It's all bullshit, and it's bad for you. Down 10% past 2 months. Yeah, no, it's shit is just randomly popping and dropping, and it bothers me because, well, obviously I hate to be wrong, but also it bothers me because my mind is like very black and white. I don't have much of a gray area, and it's not making economic sense to me, and it's starting to aggravate me. Starting to aggravate me. I'm trying to remain calm, but it's upsetting. It's upsetting. Lows of the day. I have a feeling that a lot of these AI names are gonna start coming down, though. I think you want to look for the deals. I think you want to, going into 2026 here, in my opinion, I think you want to reevaluate the fundamentals of all of these stocks. And I would personally be looking for the bargains. And I understand, some of the front runners may continue to get, good news, good headlines, and continue to climb. But I would really look for stocks that are on sale, stocks that are considered cheap or even fair valued. I would try to look for some deals out there. I wouldn't necessarily just jump on all the front runners and continue to buy at highs. Yeah, no, it's a lot of the market compared with the economic data we've been receiving over the last couple of years. It's not adding up. And the SEC is asleep at the wheel. I'm convinced. Convinced. I would love to work for the SEC. Because it'd be one of two things. Either A, it'd be the easiest job in the world because I don't have to do anything. Or B, if they actually wanted me to do something, be throwing people in jail like crazy. Uh huh. Uh huh. Baby, it's cold outside. Oh, man. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good year, though. It's going to be a good year for us. And I still say again, I know if we start dropping down and markets start to chunk down and, correct supposedly. Um I know everyone's, bulk positions will take hits, but it'll be more real. And I know it's a toss up, but I still say I proved it before in the past, as short lived as it was. When markets get real, I do very well. So I'm excited for what 2026 brings, because if we kind of stay up here into this whole pumping bullish environment, then, you know, we kind of already know what to buy. And if we happen to start correcting and coming back down to reality, that's where I kind of shine, if you will. So I'm excited. I'm excited. Speaking of AI, you'll be profitable by 27 if it maintains growth that I own a lot of. Oh, shit. That's why I love people. Well, at least you fully disclosed that. Yeah, no, I heard of that symbol in passing too. I mean, again, as we know, it's all speculation at the end of the day, right? But there are a lot of up and coming companies that could start generating nice, consistent, growing revenue. As you mentioned, you got that one looking to be profitable maybe over the next year or two. There were a couple of companies we were looking at that were very close to profitable. SentinelOne, cybersecurity company. Again, people may argue back and forth. You can dissect the market cap and whatever valuation you think it should be. But in my opinion, I think it's a necessity in this environment. We need, right, protection. We need our tech protection, tech security. And the revenue seems to be consistently growing, and they're very, very close to going net income positive. So this is what I mean. There are a lot of opportunities out there, and don't feel like you have to. Oh, I have to buy Rigetti because it was trending, it exploded, I missed it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't think you kind of have to do something. Don't feel like you're painted in a corner. We see a big explosion here, I'm gonna burst out laughing. I'll tell you what. But I still say, in general, my opinion, you have to, in my opinion, you got to diversify a little bit. Got to have a hedge in place, right? That's why I was talking about silver for the last year or two. I was saying, oh, I diversify. I'd buy maybe like this, and maybe some silver as a hedge. The diversification mixed with obviously the silver explosion would have netted you a very good year in 25. And that's why I still think that is the strategy. And of course, try to keep a little bit of cash on hand just in case. Yeah, I like S. I like S. And again, if we really wanted to crunch the numbers, wow, all right, nice car going by. If we really wanted to crunch it, yeah, Silver's on fire. If we really wanted to crunch the numbers, I'm sure, one person will say S could be viewed as overvalued, S could be viewed as undervalued. But the one thing I'm noticing, again, is the fact that revenue seems to be consistently increasing. They beat estimates more times than not. Again, in my eyes, I'm paying attention to the revenue. I'm not paying attention to the EPS. And yet, you can see how close the net margin percentage is to being break even. Which again, when I looked at it, I want to say, I don't know, like a year ago or something, I originally speculated that if they can get to like that, the low 300s, if they can break to like 310, 315 million a quarter in revenue, that'll be the breaking and the tipping point to push them net income positive, which technically should help pop the stock even more. But yeah, we first found it, I don't know, like 17, 19, and it ran up to like almost 30, and then it started selling off. So I've been talking about it ever since it came down to like the high mid-teens. I like it. I like it. I think it makes sense. I think it's a necessity. Um, Again, I think it's growing nicely. And again, like those losses aren't crazy. We're talking roughly 300 million to go positive. That's not that much money if we really think about it. So I think there's a lot of potential there. And who was it? The stock guy was talking about like longer options. That could be a good one. You could buy like mid-year calls on Sentinel One because they beat it up, right? They brought it down to like 14 or something. So you could buy like 20s or something. You know, try to go like far out of the money, buy a couple of months of time, and just try to play that rebound, play that pop. VIX up 5%. It is delayed 15 minutes. But yeah, we've been bouncing slightly. I'm telling you, if they explode this market at like 357, that'll just be the cherry on top of this day right here. Yeah, it could be a good idea, right? Sounds like a good one. And that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like stocks like that, in my opinion, like that's where the focus should be. Try to look for an opportunity, try to look for a bargain. Again, if we're talking about taking a position in something like an LAC, or you were talking about, your other lithium stock, like in general, in my opinion, any domestic company should, in theory, do fine. So, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Just give them time, let them mine more, let people, buy the lithium from, and then, it'll be fine, probably. I'd say they have like a 90% chance, in my opinion. So something like that, I don't think it really matters which one you want to grab. But yeah, exactly, because that's what I saw happen to Palantir when it started to break up and out when they went net income positive. So that's why I kind of felt we would see that similar reaction to Sentinel One. Of course, they brought it down first, but I still say they're going to bring it back up. I still say they bring it back up to where it was. Up. Why does YouTube do that? It forces me to reload the frickin' stream. I don't understand. Commercials. If I wanted to watch commercials, I'd watch TV, huh? Thought this was America. It's a New Year's rockin' eve. T-minus 15 minutes to the close. If you wanted to secure any trades, lock anything in, you have 15 minutes. Could go for a hot shower right now. Oh, this poor company. Damn. Macro harder. Huh, I like that. Uh-huh. Roller coaster of love. Bam, wah. Boom, doo, doo. Beep, 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 beep. Doo, doo, doo. Doo, doo. Doo, doo, doo. They'll like my SMCI. Might think I'm crazy. $10 billion. 10 billion we're looking for. Market cap 17 billion. Wow, this market sucks. T-minus 10 minutes. Oh. Look at this. Look at how much the dollar fell. And it took the markets with it. What a crock. Do we not have any rules anymore? Kramer? Oh my goodness. Kramer? That guy's backstage doing a bump coming out. Yeah, listen, we're talking about Oracle. I sat down with the CEO. That guy's crazy. That guy's crazy. And if you look at right, if you look at what he says he owns and shit, the guy owns everything. Right? You ever notice any company he talks about? He's like, yeah, I got it in my charitable trust. The guy's got everything in his trust. Wow, Buffett's stepping away. It's possible. It's possible. That's a shame. You know, we have the same birthday, me and Buffett. Buffett and I. Wow, they really kept it red going into the new year. Shame on them. Shame on them. It's supposed to be Happy New Year, right? Not dismal, bleeding red New Year. Such a shame. Such a shame. Close of the day. Oh, someone just got pissed right there. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I love it. I love it. Look at it. I love the last few minutes. Look, 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 look. Look, 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 look. Look, 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 look. Uh, yeah, right. I told you, man. I told you. Can't bullshit a bullshitter. I'm on to their little game here. They think they're so smart. My boy's wicked smart. Hey, the sun came out. Get out of here. This is a pretty weird day, I must say. And look at the dollar continues to drop. Back on the charge. You're just in time for lows of the day. Sub 68.50. Yeah, I was waiting for a random explosion myself, and apparently we ended up dumping. Like I said, the dollar started dropping, everything else started coming down with it. I thought we timed it well, but guess not. Damn. Damn. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, I guess they gotta drop it so they can pop it on Friday. Oh, baby. So what are the plans tonight? What are you guys doing tonight? Hanging out with friends, family, sitting by the fire. What are we doing? What are we doing it? Escape from Tarkov. Hell yeah. Chop some wood. Nice fire. Very nice. Very nice. Enjoy that, Slick. Enjoy that. Work, work. Yeah. Yeah. I'll be around today and tomorrow if you guys need me. I know markets are closed. And then, yeah, obviously we'll be back Friday. Me, I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm gonna hang out with the fam. A couple of glasses of rum. Watch that ball drop. Talk about all the things I should do in the new year that I probably won't end up doing. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. I'll see. I don't know. We got, like I said, I got a lot of fun things. We'll see. Maybe we'll pull out a board game or something. You know, change it up. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Nice and simple, you know? Keeping it simple. Be a simple kind of man. Oh, yeah. But yeah, right now I think maybe it's time for like a shower. I don't know. I'm in the mood for hot chocolate too. Maybe I have some hot chocolate. Oh, yes. Huh. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the year is over. Look at that year-to-date chart on the up and up. Pulled back for a couple of weeks, and then we just never stopped going up. So, obviously, it was a good year. Best wishes to you and your family. God bless you, Joe. I appreciate you. I hope everyone has a happy and healthy new year again. I hope everyone stays safe. Blessings again to you and yours. But yeah, hopefully everyone just stays safe. And regardless of what happened today or the last couple of months, right? I know Tom was saying, I'm down like 10% the last couple of months. As we say, stay positive, right? We got to stay positive. We have to be forward looking. And I'm excited for 2026. I don't know about you, but I'm excited for 26. So you should be excited for 26. Then we'll both be excited for 26. It's going to be a good year. Oh, yeah. It's going to be a good one. But yeah, enjoy the countdown. Have a drink on me. God bless. Cheers. Salute. Chandan. Happy and healthy New Year's. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys if you need me in Discord. And I will see you on Friday. All right. God bless. Stocks out.